Here we go. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this Social X Zoom event. My name is Adam Levy from Canton, Connecticut. You've got Tuesday Night Live. We do it every Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern. The X Team Social Hour. Glad you could hop on tonight. Got a lot of great stuff to share with you. People having a lot of fun with the new Now Site AI platform that we just launched with. It's just an absolute blast to play with, and I'm so passionate about being able to do social media correctly, and I just love what it's done for myself, my own posting, and I'm watching a lot of you take advantage of it. Congratulations on that. Before we get going, though, I want to let everybody know just a couple of things real quick. Right now, they are now including this gorgeous brochure in every order that leaves the company. So, highly recommend that you follow up with your people as a smart ship goes through, as a new order goes through. When they get their order, check with them. Make sure that they got their order, and then ask them, hey, did you get a chance to maybe look through that brochure? Did you read about the Glutamus? Did you read about the Xanthamus? Or maybe a product that they haven't tried yet? I did put this together for the company. They now are including it in every single package that leaves the company. So I think marketing 101, right? You want to upsell your customers. Well, that's a great way to go. Also, I just did a post earlier today, a little before and after of Cowboy, who let me know today that he is now officially down 50 pounds on our products. Cowboy, congratulations again. It's just incredible to me. I've watched you go from gravity challenged to not in a very reasonable amount of time. And I know, you've done some great things, but in order to make that happen, but mostly it's just been our products. Can you talk a little bit about that for a few minutes? Because, man, you look fantastic.
Well, thank you. And, I posted on the comment, real products, real results. To be honest, I don't go to the gym. Debbie walks in front of the property, a couple miles, tries to do 10,000 steps. I sit out front in my rocking chair and I'm security. And during the winter, you don't do much. And, I lost about 24 pounds with Xanthomist. And then I plateaued and they brought out Glutamist. And I lost about another 15, 16, and I plateaued. I remember I was 210 and I could eat, I could not eat sweets. I was 210. And then they brought out Accelerate. And I got out of the shower one day and the scales in there and I stepped on and I was 207. I said, I lost 3 pounds. And it just started coming off. I think a little bit of more gusto, a little more energy, a little more focus, getting stuff done. I think it was a combination. And I got on the scale this morning and I was 199. Adam, I haven't been 199 probably 2000.
Wow, that'd be 25 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah. And you guys want to hear something funny? I'm out in the garden pulling some weeds, and I just about lost my shorts that I've already went down in a size. So I'm probably needing to go down to a 36, which when this all started, I was a 42, and in some dress pants, I was a 44.
Wow, that is incredible.
Mhm.
It's life altering too, because you can tie your shoes without being out of breath. You can, be in the garden and do the weeding and the things that you're doing. I know some of that maybe helped get, the last few pounds off,
Mhm.
but you think it was the Exhilarate that put you over the
I
top?
do. I do because I haven't done anything else. I take Super 7, I take the Ultima. First thing I do in the morning, I'm routine is get out. Everything's the same. I get up, dogs want to eat breakfast. They're all excited. I go in, I brush my teeth, come out. I miss each product 4 times. I feed them, walk them outside, let them do their business, come in. I'll usually go out and tinker in the garden. This is about 7 in the morning because it's cooler till
Yeah.
about 7:30. come in, take my shower, and then grab something for lunch. But I really eat anything I want. I just don't eat three platefuls anymore.
You were also a big energy drinker, and so
Oh, I
you
was,
swapped
yeah,
out that garbage for Exhilarate, and
right.
that's got to be quite. How many were those were you drinking it? And now how
Two,
many?
two a day at 369 a piece. So it was $7 a day, and I can drink this for $4 a day. So three times 30, it saves me $90 a month without tax. It saves either way, I was paying tax on the
And that
five
was
hours.
and that was Exhilarate at the full price. Right now,
That's
Exhilarate is
right.
on sale, thirty
Yes.
nine ninety-seven, right,
Right.
for a bag of Exhilarate.
Right.
And there's 30 servings in here, so that's a little over $1 a serving, right? And
Yep.
it's kind of a no brainer. This is happening for a total of 10 days, so I'm not sure how many days we have left. Only a
Four
few.
days, I think.
Is it 4 days? 4 days
Yeah.
left to get it for 39.97. Great product to sample too, by the way, and to get out into people's hands. I just gave my daughter a couple
Well,
of them just the other day. It's easy to pass those out. And I know you're passionate about getting busy towards the end of a deadline like that. We had a previous one where this was actually $10 less. That's gone, but we did a lot of business in the last few days of that,
mhm.
call it a sale or call it that promo. And here we are in another promo that's up in 4 days. Talk to us about, what the mentality is that has people all of a sudden get into action because of an impending, promo like that.
Well, I'll say one thing. 80% of the team was taking action. Probably before the promotion, 40% of the team was taking action. And that's being truthful because it's okay. Adam can do what he wants. It's his business. But I know what he's looking for. If he's planting a garden, the rows are going to be straight. Some guys don't care if they're crooked. Adam's rows are going to be straight. I can already see that garden. Even, he knows how many frogs are in his pond, and he'll go out there and check them. Well, he does the same thing in his business. Guys, remember this. Remember this. He called Cowboy for 4 years. And one person, and I know it's team collectively, but he was, say, a 50K. Within 7, 8 months, one person, Cowboy, that he never gave up on, he hit 100K. Now, do you think you'd pick up a phone for an extra 50K? Well, of course you would. And that's Adam. That's Cowboy. I want to give a shout out to Lewis. Lewis called me the other night and said, Cowboy, can you help me on a three-way? Lewis is not even on my team, but you know what? He's in my family. He's in my business because you never know. He may have somebody that lives across the street that I need a three-way. You help everybody. It all comes back at you. But we're a family, and just ask, who needs help? What can I do? Adam picked up the phone call sitting at dinner. I've picked up the phone call, and we get looks. I mean, we're married, and it's a special date night, 40th anniversary. Deling, it's Adam, honey. Hold on, I got to walk outside.
Sometimes
Yeah,
those
but
really pay off. Sometimes those
you, yeah, you never know who's going to be on that phone.
really.
You just never know. So, guys, I've always said this: don't let someone steal your dream and then hire you to punch the time clock. Profits pay more than wages. Cowboy is the perfect example. Again, back to Adam. He went to college, he went to school, he does graphics. Guess what, guys? Cowboy plants gardens, raises livestock. We're two different people, but we're both successful because we treat our business like a business and we treat our people like their family.
Absolutely, absolutely, Cowboy. We've known each other a long time, and our relationship just keeps getting stronger and stronger, and it's just really great to spend time. with you always. And I talked to Deb, your wife Deb, today, and we chatted for a little bit. She had a question about the new Now site, and she's like, yeah, every time I do a post, it like talks about Cowboys' passion for gardening. How do I change that, right? So anyway, I want to show you guys a little bit about that and show you how that site works and how you maybe tweak it up a little bit. Cowboy, thanks for stopping in here tonight and sharing some thoughts about that. And
Thank you.
yeah, you got it. It's just really nice to have a system that you can work on and tweak. And I'm going to share my screen real quick here. This Now site that we all have access to is just a complete game changer. Here's a post. By the way, happy Father's Day to any of the fathers out there that maybe, hopefully you had a great one. I got together, my daughters were home, and they made these cards themselves. My wife's an artist, my kids are very artistic, and they made these great cards. And so, I just took a picture of them next to a glass of wine on the table we had lunch at, and that becomes something I can use for a post. Hopefully you've gone through some of the trainings. Cheryl Coco has done an amazing job with 2 different trainings so far on this system, and it is something that is really irreplaceable in today's day and age. So this is just an example here of a post that I did, and I want you to see what I did here. It's real simple. My choice was grow my social presence. I might go back to the beginning on that so you can see it. But I uploaded that picture. Here's that picture. I uploaded it. And here are my instructions, right? Think about this. I just wrote, handmade love, best daughters ever. That's what I was thinking about, right? And I just put that in there and I said, generate. And the AI does its thing. And this is what it comes out, pops out. Feeling like the best dad in the universe with these handmade cards for my amazing daughters. Who knew a bit of paper and paint could capture so much love? Cheers to all the little moments that remind us of what life's really about. And then the hashtags are there. That's what it came up with. Now, I could have come up with that, probably, or something like it, but how long would it have taken me to write all that? And by the way, I can edit this if I want. And all I do is I stick my cursor in there and I can edit it if I want. But all I got to do is click on either Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or X or any of these others here, and I can now post to those sites. So here's a little trick I'll teach you real quick. I could post to Facebook, and we'll go right on my Facebook, wall, or I can post to Instagram instead, and it will do both Instagram and Facebook at the same time. So if I click this button here, it's going to open up. It's going to pop Facebook like this, right? And then you go there and you click on the plus sign for create a post, select from your computer and so on. And again, you already have that image. But once I click this button here at the bottom that says get started, it automatically copies this to my clipboard. That's automatically there. So when I get to this new post, boom, the picture, I put the picture in, I click on here and I hit paste and boom, there it is. And now I've got a post. It only took me a few seconds to create, right? I did that 4 hours ago. So this is just a really, really great program. Here's the one I did earlier today. As I mentioned, Cowboy lost 50 pounds. And again, what I wrote in for the prompt was, congratulations to my buddy Cowboy on his on losing 50 pounds or his 50 pounds journey. And that pretty much, they just kind of took it verbatim. And then they added this part. The AI came up with the rest of this, right? I don't have to be an expert at social media. I don't have to come up with the hashtags. I don't have to think it through completely. I just have to have an idea. Give me a picture that I've taken or one that I have access to. And by the way, everybody has access to this before and after picture of Cowboys. It is part of the content that is available through this app. Go back to the home here. And what I did was I clicked on grow my social presence. Again, not being real specific about what you're going to post about. when you click on that one. It's really just a matter of connecting with people. Now, one of the things that I learned from the training just recently is that you want to be commenting on people's posts, right? You guys want to comment and support the posts of the people upline, downline, yes, but also you want to comment on people's posts that you like or people that you would like to be friends with. If you don't want to comment on their posts because you don't really like them, why be friends with them, right? But if you do that, if you comment, and here's where you go, you write the message here. It says comment on a social post, okay? You can either do a screenshot of the post that you want to comment on, or you can copy and paste the text here. So if I were to go here to, let's see if we can find somebody here that is an actual real person and not a commercial. There's so many things in your feed these days, right? Here we go. Here's Angie. Now Angie's talking about this. So watch. Now she's actually talking about something about our business. Okay, so maybe this is not the best example, but it'll be an example. I just pasted the text in there. Now all I got to do is hit generate, and it's going to give me what to say in the comment. Right now, guess what happens? Look at this. Whoa, this sounds like the ultimate power. Look, here's what I'm going to do. Copy the clipboard. Right. Look at it at the bottom there. I got a little banner that says I'm a social superstar, rock star. And here I am commenting on her post. You guys are watching me do this in real time. I'm not making this stuff up. Boom, there it is, right? Now I've posted on Angela's post. Whoa, this sounds like the ultimate power duo in a shaker bottle. I'm totally vibing with your quest for delicious wellness. Definitely giving this a try. Done. How hard was that? Now, Angie's already in the business, but let's say it was somebody that wasn't in the business and whatever they were doing, they're going to tend to say, hey, so-and-so was thoughtful enough to write a nice post or comment. Wow, maybe I should do the same thing for them, right? And you start to get this reciprocity of the people in your, that you're friends with online. The great part about that is it's well thought out. It's not a lazy comment. Mostly we do lazy comments, right? Mostly we hit the like button. That's super lazy, right? Then sometimes we'll comment like, oh, here we go. How about this one? We'll comment, we'll go something like, yum, right? That's a lazy comment, okay? That's probably not going to get you very far, okay? But you do something like we did with Angie, and she's going to start to think twice. Hey, that was nice of Adam to take a moment to do that comment, right? That's what's going to happen there. So anyway, I just wanted to share just some basics with you. If we go to my Facebook feed, you'll see the same things that I posted on Instagram automatically are showing up on Facebook. So it's like 2 for 1, right? Get more bang for your buck when you have those connected like that. So you always, and if you do Facebook, it won't go to Instagram. But if you do Instagram, it will also travel over to Facebook. I'm pretty sure that's how it still works, as far as I know. Here we are, again, took a picture of the lobster we had on Father's Day, real simple, and came up with this, AI came up with that copy. Here's another one for Father's Day, same thing, right? Had a great image that somebody sent me. Meatballs when I was down with my dad. Look, this is not hard stuff. I'm taking pictures of my daily life, right? That's all I'm doing, and then I'm letting AI do the rest. I'm pretty sure that this great image here was something that the company has in the assets that I found, and you can play around with this so you can find it as well. So it's been powerful, and I'm just beginning to dig into it. But I will tell you what it's doing mostly is it is automating my life, and is allowing me or enabling me to be so much more productive with social media. Generating leads, right? There's a button here that says surprise me. You click on surprise me. By the way, you can do this for multiple businesses. I have it for SocialX. I have it for my Airbnb, right? Got to do some social stuff for that too. So you can have a secondary type of business in there I wouldn't recommend two network marketing companies. That would look terrible as you are trying to become social online with the same account. Doesn't make any sense. But two different types of businesses, that could work. So I just hit surprise me. Feeling life is a bit of a balancing act. At Social X, we're all about finding that sweet spot between energy and calm with our wellness products. Have you tried any strategies for more balance in your life? Let's share some tips, right? And you can change the image and pick through different images that they suggest. But that's basically, just one of those surprise me's. And, you don't have to even think. It's right there for you. Hit surprise me. Now, if you go to the home here again, at the bottom, you'll see it says train my AI. When Deb Glaze called me today, I said, hey, let's go look at it. You got to train your AI. And if you find that that's saying something or it's pulling something up, like it keeps talking about his gardening, Cowboy's gardening, you need to find out where that is and maybe take that out, right? So here's a little bit about me, and I think she had something about, it said he was passionate about gardening. So all she had to do was take that out. Think like me, right? These are just some things, some interests of mine. You can add more interests. You can take them away. The AI kept pulling up Pink Floyd on me. I was thinking about just deleting Pink Floyd so that we don't have it keep pulling up Pink Floyd, but I left it in there anyway. Work like me, it can actually mimic how you would write. I have the humor way up high, the writing style informal. I have emojis at the middle because I don't use a lot of emojis. I tend to be a little bit shorter, and my tone I put in the middle there. And again, you can slide these over to be more specific or a little bit more like your own writing style. So anyway, those are just some basics. How many times to post a day? The reality is that if you're posting 0 times a day right now, and all you're doing is doom scrolling, take some of that time of doom scrolling and post, right? It's only going to take you a minute or two to do a post like that. If you're doing none, do one. If you're doing one, do 2 or 3. You can't post too many. You just can't, right? So multiply your posts. Remember, you can't be a pest. It's not like your whole audience is seeing every one of your posts every time anyway. And then real important, you're going to comment on the people that, are out there doing their thing, and they will in turn comment on your stuff over time. But also send a private message and thank people for commenting on your post. I've been doing that with anybody that's kind of real new. Maybe I haven't seen them or heard from them in a long time, and they're commenting on one of my, lifestyle posts, and I'm just getting back to them and starting conversations and building relationships that way. So important to be doing that kind of stuff. So, and when somebody likes you, if all you're getting is likes, well, hey, thanks for liking my post. Send a private message. Start, hope all is well with you. It may just start a conversation, and now you've got a prospect that you can then generate leads with. We're going to be doing a lot more of this training on this platform as the time goes on, but get started. It's $9 a month. First 14 days are free, and just dive into it. It's not one of those things that's really hard to do. The app is also on the phone, so you can do it from the phone. No excuses where you are. I just know now when I'm taking pictures of my life with my family and the things that I do, that's stuff that I can now easily just come up with in a second, let the AI platform generate the copy. I can tweak it if I need to, but I'm going to be posting multiple times a day and getting into the rhythm of doing that versus what do we mostly do? We're doom scrolling with our thumb all day long, just looking at other people's posts. Slow that thumb down, comment on some people's posts, do it proficiently with that feature I just shared with you about commenting on people's posts. Don't just do lazy posts, right? Because people will react and they will say, hey, that was really nice of Adam for doing that. I'm going to start commenting on his as well. And then, as you know, the algorithms start to pick up that interactivity and starts to deliver it to more places. So hopefully that's been helpful for everybody. If you have questions about that, please, by all means, hit me up. Watch the training that Cheryl did. I put it on the X Team Facebook page. Excuse me, the replay of that. And lastly, as we wrap up here, I just want to say this. There's really only two positions you can really be in our business that you should be. And one is this: be emotionally all in, right? If that's who you are, you're going to have success in this business sooner rather than later. You got to be all in, though. Number two is treat it like a hobby. Have it be a hobby for yourself. Don't stress about it. Just have it be a hobby, and that's okay. Have fun, hang out with cool people, get healthy, build some skill sets up, right? If that's who you are, that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. What you don't want to be is in the middle, right? You're treating it as a hobby, but you want it to be more. And that is a recipe for frustration. I always like to say that, people usually do just enough network marketing. They do just enough to be absolutely miserable. All right. You don't want that to be you. If you're just going to do it, part-time and just play around with it and treat it like a hobby, that's okay. Right. There's things you can get out of it by doing that, and don't stress about it. Make sure you're having fun. But if you really want to make money at this, you got to emotionally be all in. You got to show up. You've got to be consistent. What I love about this AI tool is it's having me show up multiple times a day for my business, online, posting, interacting with people, instead of what most people are doing with the majority of their day. They're just doom scrolling. Don't be that person, okay? So with that, I want to thank you all for hopping on tonight. As always, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time is the corporate Zoom. Should be an awesome one tonight. That's at socialxwebinar.com. This has been the Tuesday Night Live that we do every Tuesday night at 8 p.m., the X Team Social Hour. I want to thank everybody for hopping on tonight. Thank you, Cowboy. Appreciate you for sharing your thoughts tonight. And everybody, we appreciate you. We'll see you all on the next Zoom. Bye-bye for now.